What's going on, guys? Mitch from Panda Motorworks here, and today we got some more Bronco content for you. This time just a little bit different, as we're going to be checking out this Bronco Sport. For the past year, the full-size Bronco has really been our focus. However, we are super excited to finally get a Bronco Sport here in the shop. That way we can check it out and just talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing for this platform moving forward. Ford did a really good job on the interior of the Bronco Sport and really makes you feel like it's a nice place to be, especially considering the price point of this vehicle. One of the big things that stands out to me is the steering wheel. You have this nice leather wrap steering wheel with the Bronco logo right here in the middle, and you have all your controls here on the steering wheel. Pretty par for the course for a vehicle that comes out in 2021 and newer. You also have push to start. You have Ford Sync 3, which has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, basically everything you'd expect for a vehicle this new. And also, this vehicle does not lack storage. You have a nice little cubby right here underneath the infotainment system. Then you also have a nice deep cubby right here in front of the gear selector. The interior of this vehicle is finished in blue, or as Ford calls it, navy pier, and it really sets it off, and I really like the contrast with the navy pier interior and the hot pepper red exterior. My first impressions of the interior are that the seats are actually very comfortable, and moving on to the gear selector, you have Ford's dial gear selector. We've been seeing this in a lot of new vehicles now, and I'm not surprised to see it here in the Bronco Sport. And just below that, like in the big Broncos, we have our GOAT modes. Yes, the Bronco Sport does have GOAT modes. A lot of people think that this is a Ford Escape with off-road capabilities, and while it does share the same platform, it is a completely different vehicle and is very capable in its own right. Surprisingly, the Bronco Sport has a relatively robust aftermarket. Everything from off-road lighting, lift kits, side steps, and other exterior accessories, all the way to performance modifications such as intakes and exhaust, are readily available for the Bronco Sport. We'll be checking out a plethora of modifications here over the next few weeks, so if you own a Bronco Sport or you're in the market for one, you're going to want to make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell clicked so you don't miss a thing. Alright, so that's going to wrap up the tour around the Bronco Sport. I'm going to go ahead and now take it on a drive and get a little bit of first impressions on how the vehicle drives. Along with that, I'm going to explain a little bit about what we have planned for the Bronco Sport, so follow along. Alright, so we got the Bronco out on the street. Let's give it a nice little pull, see how it does. Tripod fell over. Not mind-blistering acceleration, but I would definitely say it's adequate, especially for the size of the vehicle. It doesn't feel slow by any means, but it's definitely not quick. I definitely think this is a very good middle ground for a commuter car, if you will. Just an SUV that fits a lot of people's lifestyles. I can really see the appeal of the Bronco Sport, even though it's not the tough, rugged off-roader that the full-size Bronco is. Like I said, I don't really think that's a problem. I think they're two completely different buyers, and I think this is a great vehicle, and if you're in the market for something off-roady, looks good, has the Bronco name, you really can't miss with the Bronco Sport. Alright, so now that we have a little bit of the driving dynamics out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about modifications for the Bronco Sport. If you own one of these vehicles, you're probably aware that the aftermarket for the vehicle is actually pretty good. It's not quite to the level that the full-size Bronco is, but for a vehicle like this, I think it's a very, very thriving aftermarket. A lot of parts are going to overlap from the Ford Maverick, which is another vehicle that we support, so any vehicle that we can confirm fits both the Maverick, you will see listed for the Bronco Sport on our website. I'll go ahead and leave a link for the Bronco Sport page in the description below. So if you have a Bronco Sport or you're considering buying one, feel free to check out our catalog and see the parts that we do offer. Like I said, quite a bit of parts out there already. There's lift kits, exhausts, there's tunes already out there. We're working on getting the pedal commander review out. That's another popular upgrade for a vehicle like this. All sorts of lights. Dynamics does have a ditch light kit for this, which we will be installing in a later video. Also, there's some fog light options. Pretty much a lot of good stuff to personalize a vehicle, and something we've noticed with a lot of newer vehicles coming out, the aftermarket is typically pretty slow to start. However, given the age of the vehicle, I'm pretty surprised. Pretty good amount of aftermarket support. Definitely a lot more for some of the other vehicles that we do support, so that's definitely a good thing. And if you're looking for some parts, again, check out pandamotorworks.com. We'll have all the stuff you need. Alright guys, that's going to just about wrap up this Bronco Sport review video. We really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell clicked so you don't miss a single upload in the Bronco Sport series. If you have a Bronco Sport, let us know in the comments below. And if you like the video, make sure you smash that like button, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.